At half of the press. Well, my people, me here for drop the real news, news, reviews, everything in a one right this or right there, my people. So all I want to know to do is like up the video, share out the video, subscribe to my channel, my people. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Let's get right into it.
A corrupt government cannot liberate the people. If the head of the stream is corrupt, the entire river will be also.
A blessed good day to you, my wisdom warriors. Wagwan, wagwan. I hope you guys are in good spirit. Well, I want to take a good look at my screen because this Deputy General Secretary of the Jamaica Labour Party, Charles Sinclair, come like him a take coke or something, my people. It look like something wrong with that old boy. It look like something really wrong with that old boy. You know, so me never dare go talk about it. And I really say me want to talk about it, but I just want to show you how the JLP no have nothing upon Mark Golding. And on top of that, they no have nothing upon the PNP. So Deputy General Secretary of the JLP, Charles Sinclair, says PNP President Mark Golding still has questions to answer about the status of his citizenship. My wisdom warriors, wanna say so they like eat that and I have nothing upon Mark G? This a man you know, I can't talk about Mark Golding still have question. Still has question to answer about his citizenship. Sinclair, Matthew Samuda come out and tell us say I'm going to renounce. I'll know when I see a letter or a certificate from Matthew Samuda. Tell Matthew Samuda say if you go renounce. Yeah? Tell Matthew Samuda say him figure renounce and come off a Mark G back. All boy, come off a Mark Golding back. Because right now, uno just sickening. Right now, uno just sickening. Uno not have nothing about uno. Nothing. Uno not have nothing for campaign pan. Like seriously, leave the man alone. Leave the man. Uno is demon from living hell. Leave the man alone. Mighty God, my wisdom warriors. It's a Golding who was a guest on an online show. Andre show them are talking about, they don't want to say Andre. You see all them eat that here? You see all them eat that here when not even quarter get the views that Andre get, but they don't want to call Andre name pan for them platform. Could the little shit house them to know? Could the little shit house? Una better saddle up. Because they say the $1 billion where una owe taxpayer una have to go find that blouse and skirt and pay with your money. Una hear me? Una have to go find that shit. So una stay there. So my wisdom warriors. So this man now, Sinclair, is saying that the document proving he's no longer a dual citizen, sorry. Senator Sinclair is questioning why Mr. Golding did not present the evidence during his budget presentation. Yes, he said them boy are fool. Yes, he said Sinclair and the whole of the Jamaica Labour Party member them are rotted whole idiot. Yes, he said they don't have no sense. Yes, he said the whole of them not deserve to be in the parliament. You see that though, Jamaica? Then this man is sensible. Then wait, this man is sensible now. You know say the Jamaica Labour Party now have nothing for campaign pan. They don't have nothing for Marky G. They don't have nothing for the man. How can you come out and say, yeah, you come out and say, Mark Golding still have question to answer too? Because Mark Golding never show in letter in a parliament. So does it really matter where you want to show it? All boys, I want to say some things, you see. I want to say some things. Seriously. My wisdom warriors. Is it by law Mark Golding have to show in certificate? Mark Golding don't have to show nobody nothing. I just show Mark Golding is a man of good governance. I show Mark Golding is a respectable man. Yeah? And Mark Golding is a man of transparency. This is why Mark Golding showed it when he was on Andre Stevens' show. Let me tell you that. Mark Golding don't have to show nothing. Go and talk about Matthew Samuda. Go talk Matthew Samuda in him back and tell him to come show Jamaica for him renunciation certificate. A film one we want to see. Come off a Mark G. You know say whole on a bad mind Mark Golding though. On a bad mind Mark Golding. On a wish Uno wish Uno was Mark Golden. Me really a watch and a pray Uno now. Uno is a selfish dog shit. Seriously. Seriously. Uno not have no love in our heart for the Jamaican people. Not one. Not one. Everything Uno do in the Jamaica Labour Party, every single thing Uno do is for the investors and stakeholders. It's for the investors and stakeholders. The only little thing Mr. Uno do I give it 20,000, and that is short term. That is short term, and I know everybody are going to get it. You understand? And Mark Golden come out and he propose his ideas to Jamaica. And every single thing when propose, he include the poor people. And Uno upset about that. Uno dirty in Jamaica Labour Party. Uno upset about that. Uno need to come down now. Uno up there too long. Uno need to come down. I just show the people they don't wake up yet. I just show the people them not wake up yet. Uno need to come out of the parliament. Uno not have nothing about Uno. Uno not have nothing about Uno. My wisdom warriors, tell me what you think about that, because it come like that the boy the Sinclair lick him head. It come like something wrong with him. A man was shot and killed in Buff Bay, Portland. The police have cordoned off the scene. This marks the 6th murder in Portland since the start of the year. My Jamaican people, what is really going on in Portland? Something not right in this, I know. Something not right. Something is totally not right. There is something I need to stop. Me see the Labour right them come out and talk about how ISAT come over there with him cross himself and make all of them something happen. Can you imagine? The little dirty kin Labour right. The little dirty kin Labour right them I talk about ISAT. Uno can't talk about ISAT, you know. Uno Labour right, you know, over Portland. Uno can't talk about ISAT because ISAT name never yet called for murder. Uno hear me? So uno come off of ISAT. My wisdom warriors, take a look at this.
To protect the child, we have distorted her mother's voice. We will call the woman Latoya. Latoya, a victim of rape herself, was petrified when she learned on March 11 that her 6-year-old daughter was sexually assaulted by an 11-year-old boy at school. The incident happened at the Jesse Ripoll Primary School in a classroom. Latoya has since moved her child to another school. Latoya says her daughter was approached by the boy she had never spoken to before after school while she was at the pavilion awaiting the driver to take her home.
And then the little boy asked her, has anyone ever touched you on your vagina before? And she said no. And then after that, he dragged my child. So he dragged the child and then took her to a classroom that is far away where no one could see him. And he opened the door and the girl and took her in there.
She says the school showed her CCTV video of the boy leading her daughter to the classroom where the alleged sexual act took place. She says the video also showed her daughter running from the classroom approximately 6 minutes later. Latoya says her daughter explained to a Sissoko representative that the boy penetrated her and that he only released her from the classroom because she promised not to tell what he had done to her. The child also said when she went back to await her driver, the boy came asking if she wanted something milky to drink, and when she refused, he offered to buy her a juice instead. In a meeting with the boy's parents, school representatives, and the police, Latoya says the boy told them he heard her daughter talking to her friends about sex, so he pulled her away to teach her about good touch and bad touch. Latoya says she took her daughter to Sissoko.
The person that I went to at Sissoko, that person basically told me that nothing much will become of the situation because they're both minors. That was what being said to me. So I away because going there, you know, you're going there to get justice. Everybody keeps referring you to Sissoko, and then for them to say something like that, I feel a bit, you know, emotional.
Latoya says there are reasons to believe the boy had done something similar to another child.
And during the process of talking to the police at the school, they asked him, have you ever done this before to another child? And he said, yes, I have.
The mother says she's not satisfied with the measures taken by the school and Ministry of Education.
The only thing that I'm being told is he is a minor, he cannot be charged. The school has not taken any disciplinary action against the child. They told me that he will need counseling. They will put.
To protect the child, we have distorted her mother's voice. We will call the woman Latoya. Latoya, a victim of rape herself, was petrified when she learned.
My wisdom warriors, wanna hear them or something, yeah? Wanna see how this 11-year-old a bare face and rank? They need to have a little juvenile center there and take him and go fling him in there because this little boy know what he is doing. You know hear me? Him know where him a do. Him know where him a do. But him a go teach pitney about bad touch and good touch. Eh? Mighty God of Daniel. Hey, you see? Enough of the pitney them, they open up to a lot of things, you know. Yeah, man. They open up to a lot of things. My people, and them parents need to get strict on them. Seriously, this a little boy need to not no damn counseling. This a little boy he need to go in a juvenile lockup. He need to go in a juvenile lockup. What him know about sex and a penetrate, and he's 11 years old. Mighty God of Daniel, I really feel it for the little pitney. A little pitney, you know, she's only 6 years old. She's only 6. She don't know anything. She don't know anything. You understand me? And that 11-year-old boy, I put whatever in a what? Mighty God of Daniel. No man, them are sitting here not sound good. I wonder if that little boy has been molested. I wonder if he has been molested, why he is doing that to other children. Because when I hear what happened, him say, I know the first pitney do it too. This a little boy I need, you know, him need, It look like imperial. It look. I wonder if it look pitney. I want Lego bees pitney. Seriously, the parents they not do a good job. The parents they not do a good job. I'm sorry to say, but this is too much. He need to go in one juvenile center. They need to go create one or build one or something. They tell me say nothing gonna come out of this. Police can't lock him up. Nothing. That's it. So. And the little girl now have to go live with this for the rest of her life. And while this little pitney now will get away with it, when him get bigger, you know, him we all continue with that, you know, my wisdom warriors. And something him go continue with, you know. Mighty God, this not right, this not safe. But you tell me what you think and how you feel about this, cause this not sit well with me at all. This not sit well with me at all. Something need to be done about this. Not only counseling, because this little girl have to go live with this for the rest of her life. According to Observer online sources, at about 4:45 a.m., lawmen assigned to the St. Andrews Central Police and Area 5 Fugitive Apprehension Team conducted a targeted operation at a premises in the Cassia Park area. My people, when I hear them something here, a man was fatally shot during an alleged confrontation with the police. Mighty God, you know, I don't believe all them something here about confrontation. We just can't believe the police them, because them out here do all sort of things. Because they lie, you know, they lie bad. If a camera pick up that will happen right now, you would be surprised, my wisdom warriors, if you know say no confrontation never go on, no shootout never go on. Because that, you know, a shootout, they must say, but they must stop use the term shootout and I use confrontation. Mighty God of Daniel. Anyway, my wisdom warriors, you know, say the PNP do a press conference today, my people. Because, you know, so they come with them evidence. Remember when them say shit in the water, you know, so I talk around, I can't bother with the spooky business. You know, when them say shit in the water, PNP came out and let Jamaicans know that please, if you're going to drink the water, boil it. Una remember say Andrew Holness them run out and say I lie PNP I tell? Well, I've got news for you, because PNP have the evidence. You see, I don't understand the Jamaica Labour Party. They know say una really wicked to the people them who live in the rural area. And are the same very people them who live in the rural area have vote for una sad ratted all, you know. Una know that. And the people then can't even see The people then can't even come to know understanding. Mighty God, I remember when Nationwide put out a post about it and say, I lie PNP I tell, and one bag of something, yes, a JLP say I lie PNP I tell, and I commented underneath it, and I say, you know what? PNP people, we live in a Kingston and St. Andrew, me beg you no don't drink the water. If a labor right them want drink it, for them business. Yeah? A labor right then say them a go drink it. My wisdom warriors, and then say a lie PNP I tell. I can't understand these people. Me have to really wonder if you look at lab rats they're sensible. But my wisdom warriors, I want to take in this because as I said before, they did a press briefing today. So hear this.
Proper healthcare and clean, safe water. After all, good morning to our viewers on Facebook and those viewing us live on TikTok. I'm Nikisha Burchell, the Deputy General Secretary of the People's National Party and Information and Public Communications spokesperson for the opposition. Thank you so much to the members of the media who are here with us this morning for not just another press conference, but for an SOS alert for a national attention to be pointed at our health sector. Our public health system is in crisis, and the lives of ordinary Jamaicans are being placed at risk because of neglect, delay, and misplaced priorities. Our spokesperson for health and public wellness, Dr. Dawes, will speak to you about what's happening at the Kingston Public Hospital, a hospital that is itself sick. Jesse James Clark, our junior spokesperson on health, will speak to you about troubling issues related to water quality affecting communities across Kingston and St. Andrew. Remember, when Jesse sounded the alarm and the government said it was not true? We have the evidence today. In the face of public health crisis and collapse, is the ministry's real priority to safeguard the lives of the Jamaican citizens? Where is the Minister of Health in all of this? Is he at sea searching for replacements for the Cuban doctors whose terms have expired? The People's National Party is raising these questions not to score points, but to demand answers for the sake of every Jamaican who deserves proper health care and clean, safe water. After all, we are the land of wood and water. Over to you, Jesse James Clark, to speak to them about the water quality.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Jesse James Clark, and I'm the Junior Shadow Spokesperson for Health and Wellness. I'm also the chair for the Public Health and Sanitation Committee for Kingston and St. Andrew. Now, concerns were raised to us in our committee meetings about the quality of water in sections of Kingston and St. Andrew. And that is what prompted us to do a tour of several water treatment facilities in both in the corporate area and in the rural and some of the rural water treatment sites. We have seen results that are quite alarming, and we brought it to the public because we felt that not much was being done to make the public aware of the risk that they were being exposed to. After I brought these results to the public, I was accused of bringing false information and telling lies. However, I just want to highlight the results that we have here today that are projected on your screen. And I want to point to you first, look at this graph. What the bar chart, what is it showing? It's showing what the levels of coliforms should be. And just for everyone, coliforms, these are organisms, bacteria, aka germs, that are found in feces and also found in soil. And they are indication of the quality of our water supply. Now, the red line going across the bar charts running from your left to right, this is what the standard should be. So you should not have any of your coliform limits going above this 5% that you see that red line is connected to. However, if you realize for Kingston and St. Andrew, they are right at 5, and the yellow bars indicate distribution. So that means after the water have left the plant in your pipes, that's what it is. And this is suggesting in this case that there's something happening along the line after the water has been treated, because before it's okay. However, when you look at what is happening in our rural water treatment sites, it's very clear, as you can see from the graph, and this is NWC's results, by the way, that you have at source, which is that blue bar, it's almost 5 times the allowable limit. So you have 5 times the amount of germs that should be in the water presently, and these are coliforms, which means that you have very bad water quality after the water was treated, because at source, this is at the plant when they have brought the water through their treatment process and tested it to see if the treatment process had worked. And you see that it's way above the allowable limit. And knowing this, the water was still distributed, and you have in distribution where it's almost 3 times the allowable limit, where it's at 17 in the yellow bar and for the rural communities. Now, this is not just a one-off situation for the month of February. For the rural areas especially, this has been consistent. And we understand why you'll have this consistent bad result or poor water quality coming out in the rural areas after our visit. The water treatment, we're not saying that you'll be able to do all the steps that you do at your major water treatment facilities, like a Constant Spring. But even in rural areas, you still have to take some measures to ensure that the water is safe for consumption. So for example, at your regular water treatment site, the water goes through several processes. For example, it goes through flocculation, which is where they add chemicals to bind with those fine particles that might be in the water, so that they can become heavier and settle out. You have sedimentation, which is where the heavier dirt particles settle and the water is basically clarifying the water to make it clear. And then that sedimentation the clear water is removed. It is filtered, and it passes through several different filters, whether it's sand of different size filters, to ensure that they remove any residual viruses, organisms that might be left back in the water. And then it moves from there to disinfection, where you have your chlorination taking place. However, in the rural areas, we're not saying that you have to do all these steps. However, filtration is a must. And this is one of the infrastructure upgrades that has to take place at our rural water treatment sites to ensure that the water is safe. Also, we're recommending that they install temporarily, they can use black tanks, or what we Jamaicans call black tanks, or water tanks, and temporarily to have holding areas for the water in the rural areas so that it has enough contact time with the chlorine before it's distributed. You cannot be getting results that shows that you are having poor water quality at source and you're still distributing it to the public. Another major concern for us is how the Ministry of Health came out and said that the environmental division in the Ministry of Health, they came out and said that the water was safe for consumption in Kingston and St. Andrew, but at the same time, the NWC is producing results to show that it is not safe. So I'm now saying to the Ministry of Health that you need to get your house in order, and we need some accountability as to why you were saying that the water is safe when NWC is saying that the water isn't. NWC has also since then admitted that they're having challenges in the rural areas. And they have also admitted 6 days ago on their Instagram page that they have found samples positive for fecal coliforms. And they said that when they have instances of that happening, they will flush the line and they'll cut off water supply. And I'm asking the persons in the rural Jamaica if that happened. And we want them to now come and apologize for their misleading information that they have been given to the public and for trickling out the truth bit by bit. I'm also asking the journalists present here with us today for you to do your own fact-finding mission and get the results from the NWC, but not only get the results, I want you to visit these rural water treatment sites and let them show you the process of treatment that the water goes through, and you tell me if it's up to standard. Or the minister with the responsibility for water, and also the Minister of Health needs to come out and ensure that we are getting, the steps are in place to ensure that we get good quality water in Kingston and St. Andrew. Also, we'd also want to make the recommendation to the National Water Commission, similar to how we get the results from Petrojam about the pricing of fuel each week. We'd want them to publish their results. And if they're having issues in any particular area, they need to let the residents know the areas that will be affected by the poor quality water and what has been done to correct those measures, and when it is safe again for the residents in these areas to consume the water that is being released. We have no issues with the staff at the National Water Commission, because after my visit and tour too as well, I understand you have a very difficult job and that you're given basket to carry water most times. So I'm also advocating for the staff at the NWC to receive the necessary gears, compensation, and resources to ensure that they can get to these remote sites and collect the samples, and to also upgrade these sites so that they can do their job properly. They cannot do what they don't have the resources to do. So the minister and the Ministry of Health needs to be the one that is overseeing the NWC and protecting us, the consumers, and to ensure that they stick to the standards that are there for them to be, for the water that is being produced by NWC. So once again, I just want to point out the inconsistencies between the results coming from NWC and the results coming from the Ministry of Health, the environmental unit, and they need to answer to the public and to Jamaica at large for that. And we need the NWC to come out, and anywhere else on the island, don't wait on us, or don't wait on us to come out and to say it. You come out and tell us all the other areas on the island that you're having water quality issues and what is being done to address it. In this case, we understand you have to do some infrastructure upgrade, or the results from your rural water treatment sites, they will not improve, and filtration is a big step. Thank you very much.
My wisdom warriors from PNP come out and mention it. I believe them. I did believe them, my people. I did believe them. Because remember, afterwards, NWC put out a post in it. And I remember how they did I say they reject this and they reject that. And them same one did go back and say them a look into it. So, me did believe the PNP. Understand? Now the PNP come out with the result, come out with evidence. What does Christopher Tufton have to say? Because these days Christopher Tufton is very, very quiet. Very, very silent. For what reason, I do not know. Over the years, Christopher Tufton a gamble with the Jamaican citizens' lives. Over the years. You see that? From baby come straight up to adult. And he still remains as a health minister. Andrew Holness no look. Nobody no look. Nobody don't care. A whole heap of things happen. Whole heap of people lose their lives. You understand? Because of neglect. And yet, Christopher Tufton came out and he defend them. Jamaica, we have to get rid of this health minister, Christopher Tufton. I encourage you all the time to go out and protest because our life is in danger. You not take things serious, and that I notice. Jamaican people don't take things serious. Only when it happens to them, then them run out and a ball out. I can't believe this government. People's lives are at risk and they do nothing. They do nothing to help the people of Jamaica. They don't care. When PNP run out and say shit in the water, them run out, Jamaica Labour Party run out and reject it and say a lie. NWC run out and say a lie. I mean, I say, how NWC fear run out straight away and I say a lie before them go and go do them checks. You get me? And look at the result now. Look at the result. That's the evidence. That's the evidence. Me really not understand only, if you no find shit in the water, what's so hard if you no tell the Jamaican people? What is hard in it? What is so hard in that? Tell them say shit in the water, una try to sort it out. You understand? Jano. My wisdom warriors take in this.
Wow, I don't know if any of you got the opportunity to listen to this press conference by the People's National Party just now. It is scary. And I just want to run down some facts that came out of that press conference. One,
So you have 5 times the amount of germs that should be in the water presently, and these are coliforms, which means that you have very bad water quality after the water was treated. Because at source, this is at the plant when they have brought the water through their treatment process and tested it to see if the treatment process had worked. And you see that it's way above the allowable limit. And knowing this, the water was still distributed, and you have in distribution where it's almost 3 times the allowable limit, where it's at 17 in the yellow bar and for the rural communities.
the water that is in Kingston and St. Andrew is filled with virus, bacteria, and all type of viruses and things that will make you sick. And when the People's National Party pointed it out to the government, they say that it was a lie. Now, the NAA, the Water Commission, put out a testing and a results of the testing, and it proves that there is high level of bacteria in the water. And the recommendation is that if you're going to drink the water from the pipe, boil it, because when these pathogens and viruses and bacteria enters your body, it can affect you and ultimately lead to death. Now, this is serious, and the government of Jamaica, they need to do something about this, because this is serious. When I hear about what the healthcare system is currently at in Jamaica, it is nerve-wracking. We cannot, like, the shadow spokesperson say, if you get sick in a Jamaica right now, dog, damn your supper. And it is true, we know this.
And with KPH out, we are in serious danger. Please do not get sick. Drive carefully, because you cannot be guaranteed that you will get adequate medical services. Now, there are some pictures that show the molds growth in the ceilings, and there are some pictures that show what is known as a petri dish, those round dishes that actually show the different colonies of the mold. And you can see that these are visual depictions of high levels of fungus in the areas that were swabbed. And the averages are way out of what would have been expected. Patients cannot be seen and treated in these areas. There are a lot of issues that come with mold inhalation, and the staff are at serious risk. And anyone who has worked at Cornwall Regional can tell you that working in a mold-infested environment does cause respiratory problems. You just feel sick all the time, and it may aggravate some chronic diseases. So we're putting patients
like mole and all kind, the operating theater's not working, and yet the biggest of all, Christopher Tufton, pays 3.3 million Jamaican dollars on a first-class flight to go somewhere we don't know. No, Jamaicans, and you know, people will always come and say, why, you know, the Prime Minister and the government is doing well, but Jamaicans, and I've been beseeching you all, put politics aside. The JLP needs to go. We need to vote out the Jamaica Labour Party. They are not managing the affairs of the country well. And when they come with this pretty PR thing about Jamaica is doing well, Jamaica is this and Jamaica is that. When in truth and in fact, the country is suffering. The country, like, how can you not have safe water in a country like Jamaica? Come on, man. And not taking accountability. In essence, they're shitting at the water, literally. That is what the press conference said. There are viruses that are found in feces that are currently in the water in Jamaica. That is scary. And the government, the Jamaica Labour Party government, needs to take action and come and tell the public the truth. This is scary, Jamaicans. Like, be careful of the water we are drinking out of your pipe. Because this, my fellow human, my fellow Jamaicans, this not right. We need accountability.
My wisdom warriors, may I leave it right so. May I leave it to Uno. I want Uno go in the comment section. Tell me what you think about this. Tell me how you really feel about this. Put Uno honest opinion in the comment section. Like up the video, share it out, and subscribe to my channel. And if you're new to my channel, welcome, my people. I want to go over to my other channel. It is called PNP News Round. Subscribe and get me to 5K. Tell a friend about Attack for the Press. Blessings upon blessings. One love.